This is from Sue. She's got a question for you two, baronesses.
Oh, okay.
She says, I love hearing about life as a working politician. I find it fascinating, but I know nothing about life in the House of Lords. Can you do a deep dive on this with your baronesses?
The premier house, if you like, is the House of Commons because it's got the legitimacy of being elected. But so that we don't just have one set of people looking at government legislation and holding the government to account, we've got a second chamber, which is the House of Lords. And we don't have constituencies, obviously, we are appointed. But the idea is that you don't bring the representation of your constituents, but what you bring is some sort of expertise, some sort of experience, some sort of wisdom. It's what I call post ambition politics because people are very political, but they're not actually going anywhere politically. They might have been somewhere politically, but they're certainly not going anywhere.
You just called us all has-beens, you know that, right? I mean, you called us has-beens in the most polite way.
There's something very relaxing about being a has been. Because it's post ambition politics, people are not stabbing you in the back the whole time
Mm.
because you're not an obstacle to their rise up the ranks. I go in about 2 days a week, sometimes three. But it's kind of voluntary. You go in when you choose to go in. It is televised and it's got a very different atmosphere. It's nothing like Prime Minister's questions, but apparently people like watching it in America. Imagine they like watching the House of Lords on television in America. I don't understand the Americans for many reasons. That is certainly one of them.
When I moved to the House of Lords, I couldn't believe how nice everybody is, how pleasant they are, how not just how congenial, but the pleasantries within the way in which you address people in other parties, and it's not contentious.
There's not a salary like there is in the House of Commons, but there's a daily rate. And when I saw your question, I looked up, Sue, and actually, the House of Lords sets its own daily rate, and I think that's a bit invidious. I think we should, in the House of Lords, do what the House of Commons does, which is have it set independently. I
Mm.
think it's a bit invidious, us choosing how much we're paid for a day.